Good afternoon, it's Lincoln from Harwood Blades. Now, I know it's a bit bloody loud, but what I'm doing, I'm just going to show you how I treat 01 tool steel. So what, I'll just show you the forge there. I've set that at a certain temperature, and that's been soaking. You can see the blade in the pipe. I put the pipe in and then stick the blade in, and that stops you getting any hot spots. So what I'm doing now is just warming a bit of steel, and I'll stick it in the oil. And that blade there, that's been sitting there about maybe 15-20 minutes. So it's looking well. So let's go for it. What do you think? Alright then, here we go. Right. Let's warm that up. Bloody hell's been smoky. It smells like a bloody chip shop. I'll tell you one thing, I'll have to get a bloody tripod. Keep saying these. Right. Let's stick that over there. Let's have a look. I think that's a score. Before I even started warming it up, I normalised the steel. I know it's what you do. I normally buy it in flat stock, but you never know, with all the grinding, you don't know what stresses are caused on the steel. So I've never had any issues doing it this way. I'm warming up the cherry red about 3 times, like certain temperatures, but I won't go into it, but it refines the grain in the steel, if that makes sense. So when you do the heat treat, after that, you should have no issues. Well, I haven't, told you the truth, since I've been doing it this way. Right then, let's go for it. I sit here watching this all day. I'm in my vest anyway, it's bloody red hot. Right, I'll just grab the tongs and my gloves. Here you go, I'm sweating cobs. Here we go. Now, it'll probably look warmer than what it is, tell you the truth. Right, let's have a look. There we go, and in. The best thing to do is keep swirling it up and down. Sometimes you get air bubbles when you stick it in, so you try and break the air bubbles up. Check for warps. Oh, beautiful, look at that, straight as a die. Right, bear with us. Turn this off, I'm cooking. Right, I'll turn the light on. I always have the light off so I can see the colours, if that makes sense. Right, that's the blade there. There's a bit of scale on it. Well, that knife there, that's for, well, I've got 2 to make. What the crack is, I'm making one for a customer and one for me. Now that is a Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it for bushcraft for a bit of crack. Right, I'll show you these other things here, mate. Right. Right, that's it. That's the handle. Now I smelted some brass, and that was hard work I did on the barbecue with a big heater, but it managed to melt it. So I took it around my mates, and we got the sizes off, I can't remember. It was off Google anyway, and they give you the exact sizes, because this is the first pattern and nobody really makes them. So that's the guard. So the tang actually goes inside, and then you tie it on with a nut. So it'll be a solid job. I'm thinking about doing resin inside it, because obviously the steel's square, so you're going to have some voids. But I think it'll look cool though. When it's done, I'll do a video. But I don't think many people make them. But they're a fair old lump. That's what you have to do with the guard as well. you have to do that. So the shoulders, I always leave shoulders on steel, because what you don't want is any square bit. So when you put that on there, you won't see anything, if that makes sense. Right, whilst I'm here, I'll show you two more. Now these ones, that's a bit of a prototype, and that's in 4mm O1 tool steel, and it's comfy, but it's just got a broomstick handle, but I don't mind them. And that is the sheath. Now the sheath, it's not like a dangler or a belt sheath, that actually goes over your shoulder, so you can have it inside your jacket, you know, in winter and that. It's brilliant. I think it's a good idea. It's 4mm thick. There's different ways you can have it. You can have the loops, so it goes around your neck, or just like over your shoulder, so it's under your armpit type of thing. That's the one I've done. Can't remember what wood it is. Oh, I think it's a birch. It's stabilised. Looks pretty nice. This one's a bit of a clean up. Right, and this next one, that is what I'm going to call the brute. The thickness of that bad boy, 6mm. And what I like about that, the blade's got a recurve. And you want to see it bite into wood, it's unbelievable. But you could take down a tree with that, no messing. There's my maker's mark. There we go. Now if you look at that, I've got one here somewhere. I made this years ago. That is a Woodlaw. That's the exact dimensions of a Woodlaw, if you know what I mean. Now a lot of people make them, they're alright, I don't mind them, but they're not my cup of tea. But if you have a look at the thickness of that, compared to that, you're never going to snap that in a million years. And it actually cuts really well. Even a bit of edge, tell you the truth. It's got a right, I wouldn't say a shallow grind, I think, but it's running about maybe 18 degrees. Where that, I think I've set that about 24, I think. 25 maybe. Well, that's an oak handle, but that's been in the garage for ages. I use it for opening paintings and all kinds. And it's still going strong, like, it must be 20 odd years old. Right then. Right, well, what I'm going to do, I'm sweating cobs, and I'm going to have to shoot off now, because I'll have to get this tempered, so I'm going to give it a clean up and temper it twice. But I'll send a video as soon as I get it sorted and all put together and sharp. Because obviously, it needs a bit of grinding still, because you need to keep the blade, well, the sides of the blade fairly thick. So I'll grind it on that when I get a chance. Right then, I better get going. Right, well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all, give us a shout, because I don't mind, like, I don't know, everyone's got to learn somehow. If you've got any ideas, just give us a bell. And thank you. Thanks for watching anyway. See you later. Cheers. Bye.